GST Setting Setup. In this section, we're going to look at how to tailor the GST settings for your clients. As Zippy Electrical and Data Services is registered for GST, Carol needs to turn on the functionality of the GST Center, making note that they lodge their GST quarterly, report on a cash basis. They also report their PAYG installments on a dollar amount rather than percentage, and that is on a quarterly basis. And their PAYG holdings are reported on a monthly basis. There are no further tax reporting options other than these at present, so turning this on adds some additional features to the file. Special attention needs to be paid when setting up the GST Center, as some of the settings cannot be modified once set up. And again, if your client is not registered for GST, do not set this up. So let's start. So let's go to the GST tab. We'll look at the GST Center, and you can see this is a better way to do BAS. You prepare and lodge your BAS directly from your QuickBooks account. No portals or complicated workarounds needed. Simply prepare, E-lodge, and exhale. So for your clients, you can set up the E-lodgment directly through their QuickBooks file. And for you, the accountant professional, you can actually set up E-lodgments via the Lodgit software, which we'll look at in the upcoming module, preparing a set of accounts for end of financial year. So this will track your GST on everything you buy, sell and spend. It will prepare to lodge, knowing exactly what you owe and when to pay. It will lodge your BAS directly, as I've just mentioned. So let's click Get Started. So this is where you have the option to change the accounting method and the period. So we did say we wanted cash, and the GST is quarterly. The PAYG holding for the employees, it is monthly, so we'll leave it at monthly, but you do have the option of quarterly. Now the PAYG instalment for the company income tax, as we want the amount, we'll leave that on the amount. You could have rate if you're using the rate, and you can have either monthly or annually, but we shall just choose quarterly. And let's have a look at the other taxes that you have that you may need to turn on for your client. You have the fringe benefits tax, fuel tax credits, the wine equalisation tax, and luxury car tax. So do tailor this to your client's needs for his BAS, and then click Save and Finish. Now we're back in the GST Center. So you can see that this will display the estimated current period obligation. So in this particular case, we're looking at January to March. As we have no transactions in our brand new file, we do not have any amounts shown. This will, however, change once we start adding in transactions. From the Settings tab, this is where you click into Tax Settings, which will enable you to change any details that you have chosen prior. You also have the option to edit rates and add group rates as well. You can run reports, and we'll look at this in later detail, of course, when we're actually producing a BAS. So these are all the different reports. They're all in the one spot, ready for you to go when you're running your BAS. It also has export work papers. This allows you to compile supporting reports for the lodgment and export them and store them securely where you would like, as well as exporting them as a PDF or Word document to send to your client. And as I said, we will cover this in greater depth in the BAS module. Carol has now completed the setup of the GST and is in a position to set up the chart of accounts. Before we do that though, we thought we would highlight the data conversion service that is available to you. So if you do have a client that has already an existing other software, we can use that conversion service to add in all the information that you have and also data that you have in the other file if you so wish to do so.